I don't think to this day I've ever felt a pain like that in my life. Cause it was, I couldn't eat for 3 days afterwards because
Wow.
everything hurt my teeth just touching it because it took all my enamel. Like it was crazy, but it was like a dream I had since a kid.
What's up, guys? I'm Zap, and this is Jericho, and we are Band and Future, a six-time international award-winning pop hip-hop music duo out of Southern California. We do clean, fun music that everyone can listen to with a sound that is uniquely Californian. And you are now tuned into the Life's a Circus podcast, where we talk about things that are funny, interesting, and ridiculous. But before we get into our topic for the day, make sure you like, subscribe, comment, and share this video with some people who think that adulthood didn't turn out the way they thought it would, because that's our topic for the day. What are the things that you thought as a kid were so cool, but as an adult, you're like, this ain't all it's cracked up to be. Somebody lied.
Yeah, okay. I got you, bro.
Is there anything that comes to mind for you?
I got quite a few things. Okay, so if I want to split this up into two categories, I'll split it into two categories. Stuff that I actually worked out pretty well for me, like, oh, I thought this would be great, and it was, and stuff that was like, overrated or whatever, buy or sell, if you will. I'm buying. So driving, being independent, dope. You can go where you want, when you want. That's about as fun as I thought it would be. And that's where that part of this ends. Everything else is in the category of man. So just like having to go to a job, having to worry about
work.
Like this working period, because you've probably seen sitcom shows where like I don't know what. Okay, I'll give you an example. Like Family Matters, right? One of the greatest shows of all time.
Watch it.
Yeah, there we go. Carl will go to work, and they never showed him at work, but he always go to work and come back from work, and it kind of made it feel like, oh, that's cool. I want to do that. I want to go to work and then come back and be with my family, all their zany antics. But they never showed them at work, right? And then even in the context of, I'm just going all 90s, like a Saved by the Bell, and you see the building and he's at work, but it didn't really register that he's working because it's just so fun, right? And so I was like, I'm going to go to work. I've even seen animes about work environments. It just looks so fun. It could be working at like a Kinko's type place, and it just looks exciting. So I was like, I'm going to get there. I'm going to go to work. And my first like job sitting in a cubicle was so soul crushing, and so demoralizing. I kid you not, I worked in Whittier, and I just scanned papers all day. That's all I did. And it was horrible. And I would just get there. I had to leave at like 6 a.m. to get there by 7:30 because California traffic. We've talked about it. And it was just so, and everyone there was just like so chipper. And the boss was always talking about taking his kids to Disneyland, and just looked so like they all lied to me. And I couldn't believe. And even when I got like better jobs, it still became like just this thing that you do so you don't starve to death. And so I think that's
basically.
That was a bummer finding that out about, because like, you know, you work for X amount of time, and then with your worst years are left, you can actually go have some money, have some fun. That's kind of the idea that I really thought about would be great, and not at all, man.
I'm kind of different with you on the driving thing. I mean, maybe it's because I live in LA, or it just wore off after a while. I think like when you're like 16, 17, 18, like it's brand new. But then after a while, it's just like, I really don't like driving anymore.
Oh, okay.
Like, I think a lot of my frustration is with this is the thing. It's the projection of the future in the movies and the cartoons and stuff. And I'm like, okay, when I'm grown, all this stuff is going to be here, and it's not here at all. Like some of it is not even close.
Sure.
Like the Jetsons. Like I thought we have like flying cars, But that doesn't even seem like how is it even possible?
Because people can't drive on the ground. So,
Exactly, like
you
in
know,
the air, it's going to be a catastrophe.
yes, exactly what you said. Catastrophe with a lisp at the end for
yes, catastrophe. So,
have you met my cousin Catastrophe?
but yeah, it's just like either driving in general, or it's like Star Trek, like beam me up, Scotty, teleport me from one place, and then I'm in the next place. Like, no, you gotta drive 6 hours to get to this gig.
Right.
Like, oh, that's not.
Well, I mean, to the credit, I've heard that they're trying to do all that, and it just hasn't worked out too well.
Yeah, but it's supposed to be here. It's 2023.
Technology. I mean, we got aliens now, so that's cool. No. Have you noticed how no one cares at all?
Yeah, because they're not like. Again, they're not like the movies. There's no like green monster.
No, they're just aliens. They're just here.
Men in Black.
Yeah. But okay, so another thing is dating. Just because all of my dating was based off of this TV, and
yeah, it always works on TV.
It always works, and you get the girl, and even if you don't, like, it's just kind of fun, and maybe even you get your heart broken. Oh, it's not so bad. Someone comforts you with a tub of ice cream and they take you to the zoo, and everything is awesome. But man, like whoever those writers on those shows are just like, what's the farthest from the truth that we can project for these kids? Because you get your heart broken, you go on a bad day, it weighs. All that stuff just started to be more than I expected, and it made me understand more why people do certain things, like for example, why people drink and not why people drink, why they drink a lot. Some people do, and if you're alive long enough as an adult, you're like, yeah, I totally get it. Like, it's not. I'm not judging anybody because it's tough out there. But as a kid, I just and no one's. I don't know about in your case, but no one is telling me otherwise either. So as a kid, I had all the ideas. And I'm sure I would talk out loud about those things that I wanted to happen when I was a kid, and no one told me I was wrong. So I kind of kept it for a long time, like into high school, into whatever, like, man, it's going to be dope. And then, oh man, dreams don't come true and it doesn't have the ending. It's like the first time you realize that, it's kind of like, man,
dreams don't come true.
So is that it? I'm trying to think of another example of, no, I don't. As a kid.
Well, I got some more too. One is like, just the food that you eat. Before I get to that, I just want to credit you here for everyone who's listening, everyone who is young and hopeful, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed. I want you to know from Jericho that dreams, they don't come true. That was a quote from earlier. Just want to acknowledge that.
Oh, but I said it as a realization.
Can you see it on your screen?
I see it. I see it.
Great.
Low on the bottom.
Mission accomplished. Food. Like, how many times have you been like, or your parents fix you something, you're like, man, when I'm grown, I'm gonna eat whatever I want. And then you grow up and you eat whatever you want, and you're like, oh, this hurts.
Probably the worst idea I ever had. I don't know why I picked this, but there was this. Yeah, I'd be like, I'm gonna go to one of those candy stores and just buy. It's not even that expensive. Candy's not expensive, so you drop $20 in like those candy stores with like the bags fill up. You get a whole lot of candy, right?
Yeah.
For some reason, I decided to load up on this sour gum one day. I was probably like in my early 20s, and I was like, yeah, I got some disposable income. Then I just loaded up on this sour gum, and then I must have bought like 40 pieces of it, like regular size, not like the tiny, like a Trident or whatever, kind of like the big juicy fruit style. It's like 40 of them. I put them all in my mouth at the same time. I don't think to this day I've ever felt a pain like that in my life, because it was, I couldn't eat for 3 days afterwards.
Wow.
Everything hurt my teeth just touching it, because it took all my enamel out. Like, it was crazy. But it was like a dream I had since a kid. So I really wanted to,
wow.
I really wanted to just, that was it. That was
hurt yourself?
Yeah, I reached
it.
It was so bad that I couldn't do it. So and then getting fat, right? So like, I was a chubby kid at times during my youth, but it's okay, because chubby kids are adorable, right? But
sure, man.
But when you get past what age? I would say 25 is the first time, and I was like, uh-oh. Like, it just felt a little something extra. Like, that's squishier than it used to be.
It's harder to come off. I would do that for real. I mean, this is the thing. Like, I wouldn't say I would do that consciously, but as a kid, I would, like, on the school schedule, it was just so sedentary that I wasn't moving around.
Sure.
And I would gain and drop weight, like, dramatically as a kid. So I'd be chubby during the school year, and then I get, like, really skinny during the summer. And like, even like you said, early 20s, something like that, I gain weight. I'd be like, oh well, I'm just start playing basketball again, and like in a week, it's like it's gone. Now, man,
it used to work that way. That's the thing. The rules change, and no one tells you.
Yeah. You just gotta find out one day.
You just find out one day, or even if you hear about it, you don't believe it. So last week, 2 weeks ago, I went surfing, because that's what you do, right? It's like, oh yeah, California. And then I went, and then it hurts, but it hurt more than I remember hurting. And yeah, I couldn't really stand up, and I was like, what's this? My sister says, oh, you have sciatica. It's like, what? It was just not a reality for me, because I'd heard about it. Just all these things that happened, and you just, until it happens to you, you just don't see it being like a reality. Then all of a sudden, there it is, and it's like, this is just.
Yeah, that was on my list too. It's like when you hurt, it hurts more somehow. I don't know. It hurts more, and it takes longer for that hurt to go away.
Right.
Because I remember just like, like high school, I was trying to do backflips and stuff, and just
right.
Just falling off of it was fine, man. I just bounced back up. Like,
I would jump over people for fun.
Yeah.
Just for fun, just for no reason. Just jump over people, and it was really exciting. And now it's like, all right, man, my back hurts. So what do I have to do to fix it? It's like, fix it? No, that's what you do until you and your back die. It's like, all right.
Hashtag Louis C.K.
Hey.
But yeah, so yeah, that's our list of fun things. If you see us hobbling at our
a little more depressing than I expected it to be, but yeah,
it took a turn.
life can be that way, I suppose.
Yeah. But yeah, this has been another episode of the Life's a Circus podcast. Make sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment. Let us know about your childhood dreams that were crushed when you became an adult.
So sad.
And then share this video with somebody whose dreams need to be crushed as well. This is really depressing. All right, we're gonna leave. Bye.
They took our jobs! They took our jobs!